Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 137 and today I want to start things off by mentioning something that I have seen popping up a ton down in the comment section, which is the vintage beef order. Now I have seen this in every single comment section ever since that thing was announced, and I can promise you that we have been trying our hardest, okay? We really have been trying our hardest to get everything together, but by the look of things, we have got incredibly conflicting schedules, and every single time that we almost arrange something, something comes up, and we aren't able to do it. But I think, finally, that is on the horizon, and we should be able to complete Vintage Beef's order very, very shortly. So I thought I'd just give you guys that quick update, because I know you guys have been worrying about it. A lot of you seem to think that I completely forgot about it, which totally isn't the case. So we're working on it, okay, we are working on it, but we're not going to be doing that in today's episode. Instead, in today's episode, we're going to be working in the industrial district, because as you guys know, we have this tiny little area over here, this tiny space left over in the industrial district that seems to be an incredibly laggy zone right here, and I think we should finally finish this place up. The industrial district has probably been one of the longest running projects I have ever worked on in Minecraft, and I think today is the day that we complete everything. Now this is very exciting if you're asking me. Now as you guys know, in the previous episode of Hermitcraft, we finally found this little fella right here, the redstone shulker box, and it was in the output chest of the shulker box storage system, which may seem like a really, really obvious location, but I think I've just worked out what happened here. So it was in this chest. I had looked through this thing hundreds of times, okay? I really had just peered through it. I'd looked in all the hoppers, all the droppers out the back, never looked in this chest, and that is because I think what happened was, instead of placing the redstone shulker box in this chest up here to put it back into the storage system, I put it in this chest and then worked away and completely forgot about it. So I never requested the redstone shulker box from the system, which is why I never assumed that it would be in this location. So yeah, I think I am due about 1 million more spoons to the spoon counter, if you're asking me. This may be completely unrelated to today's Hermitcraft episode, but we're on 999 on the tab menu. I am about to join the Millennium Club. Here we go. When's it gonna happen? The suspense is building. It takes longer than I was expecting. Come on, we need more speed here. I'm soon. Yes, we are an experienced flyer, 4-digit crew. I have joined the likes of Exumavoid, Iskal, and all those chaps. Oh, fantastic. They're going to take me seriously now. So plan number 1 is to square off this area right here. So we're going to be knocking out that area because we don't really want that one there. And we're also going to be extending out this zone to make a full square out the back here. So this is now going to be a perfect square, making its way around like this, and then of course we're going to have to dig down into the earth and make way for the final farm of the industrial district. I must admit, I am regretting not bringing my beacon along. I mean, seriously, I wish we either had haste 2 potions, that would be nice, or I just had an extra beacon. I don't know why, but throughout this entire Hermitcraft series, I've had 1 beacon. I should really get better at fighting withers. Oh my word, I think this might be the most mob-infested cave I've ever seen. Look at this place. It's absolutely lethal. I'm guessing that's because Exumavoid has lit up everywhere apart from this single cave. And all the mobs have spawned in here. After a little bit of mining, I think we are just about done with clearing out this space right here. Remember, all of this was done without having any form of haste 2 beacon, but this is going to be the space for the final farm of today's episode, and the final farm of the industrial district is going to be a cocoa bean farm. I realised that I don't have any way to get large quantities of cocoa beans on the server, and although I don't use those particularly often, I feel like that's definitely something that I could do with, because who knows when you might need to use tons upon tons of brown wool or something like that. So this is where our floor level is going to be going, then our pistons are going to be going on this level right here, which means we should just about be able to reach all of the cocoa beans going down the tree trunk, and then we'll have an automatic piston harvesting system that will allow us to hit a button and get tons upon tons of the stuff. That's the plan, anyway. Through pure luck, or should I say fortunate skill, I think that's going to be my official word for it, I've managed to build this thing to the exact size and specification that allows for the most efficient placement of cocoa beans. I mean, you just can't teach that. Now, I have to say, when I first came up with the idea for this redstone project, I thought that it was going to be a relatively long one. I thought there was going to be tons and tons of redstone, a lot of mining, a lot of planning and everything like that. But I have to say, it doesn't look like that is going to be the case, because right now I'm working on doing the top section of redstone. This is repeater, you know, redstone there, repeater, and redstone. And that will be all of the top pistons all fully wired up. So all of those will push downwards, and then on the falling edge of the button press, all of these pistons up at the bottom will extend, and they will push the blocks back. So this right here is the system all done and dusted. If I can get rid of this guy, which seems to have done a heck of a lot of damage. I mean, fire aspect is the worst enchantment. I've said that so many times now. But this right here is the redstone system all completed. So we have all of the repeaters up at the top, we've got all the pistons up at the top as well, and then down at the bottom here we have got all of the pistons facing upwards, and when we hit this button we should see that these pistons will extend, and then these pistons will extend, alright? That was very bizarre. Oh, I see. I have wired this up in a way that doesn't actually work. This level here... So this level here is going to be our floor level, which means that our button... Oh, okay. We need to change up the button placement. That's no big deal. It should be absolutely fine. So some minor changes to the torch tower have been made, and also some minor changes to our button placement. So now it goes here, and we should now see that we get the extension, and then that extension as well. Fantastic. Now let's just quickly make sure that all of these are extended. That's good. And all of those have extended as well. Fantastic. So that should push the blocks back and forth, which will break up all of our cocoa beans, which amazingly enough, that's this farm done. There was me thinking that this was going to be like a big redstone project. We're pretty much done on it. Oh my word. So now I think it is time that we head off on a bit of an adventure. Wow, this place. What on earth is going on there? I think loading cub... Oh my word, cub fan. Oh my word, it's getting bigger by the day. But anyway, as I was saying, I think my next plan is we're going to head off on a bit of an adventure, and we're going to try our best to find a jungle biome so that we can get plenty of cocoa beans and also jungle wood to place all of the cocoa beans on. Now, I have no clue where one of those is, so I'm just going to fly in a general direction until I find one. Wow, check out this! That's awesome! That's some really cool terrain. And a witch hut, that's also pretty useful, but definitely not a jungle. Well, I managed to find the world's smallest ice spikes biome. Oh, I'm a little bit concerned though. I'm running low on fireworks. I've used 2 stacks to get here, and I only have 2 1/4 stacks left, so in a second I'm actually going to have to turn round and travel back. Yep, so unfortunately my little adventure was not successful, and I have not landed for around about 25 minutes now. I have spent exploring here. We have got 1,050 kilometers, or however many blocks travelled, which is cool. I've moved across a little bit, so hopefully on the way back I'm still going to be looking at new terrain. But I don't particularly have the highest hopes for this one. I think I'm just going to have to head off into the industrial district, or the shopping district, pick up some jungle wood and some cocoa beans from there. Disappointing, absolutely disappointing, but we have seen some amazing Minecraft terrain, and we've got some practice with the Elytra, so I suppose not everything is lost. I have, however, picked up a new flying technique, which is flying in Quake Pro mode, whilst also having the F1 screen activated so that nothing is obstructing my vision. We should be able to spot forests from a mile off. Oh gosh, that's another thing that I totally didn't think of. My Elytra have got a very small amount of durability left, and we still have 8,000 blocks to go. Why did this seem like a good idea? Oh, I've also managed to find an ocean monument, and I'm about to crash. Oh my word, that would have been bad. And another one? Oh my gosh. I am totally going to bookmark that location, because do you reckon we could load the pair of those? A double guardian farm? Oh my word, that would be amazing. We're running so low. I'm seeing signs of civilization. We have got torches and things like that, but we are down to 12 uses on the Elytra. I know where we are. We're in the shopping district. Oh. We almost... Look at that. We almost missed it. And look, the Elytra is about to break as we arrive. We should probably get closer to the floor then. That is spectacular. We made it with one to spare. Let's go mend these up. So let's just get this straight. I managed to travel for 50,000 blocks right there. I spent the best part of an hour looking for a jungle biome, unfortunately not to find it. But I don't even care at this point in time, because I managed to make it so that as I returned, as I finally found my place and returned to the shopping district, the second that I hit the floor, my Elytra broke. I mean, how can that even... What are the chances of that happening? Seriously. Especially considering that I didn't even take into account my Elytra breaking at any point. It was only on the way home that I realised that it could be an issue. Oh, I am the luckiest man on the planet. I think that might be one of my finest Minecraft moments, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's pop back to the base, pick up some diamonds, and just buy this stuff. I can't be bothered with that scary exploring. Oh yeah, I just remembered we've got this place here. Do I need to say anything? Do I need to say anything at all? There are tears in my eyes. Actual tears. Yep, this feels necessary. I'm gonna be clicking this for the next half an hour, I think. All of the logs and all of the cocoa beans have been put in place. Everything is now fully functional. We have ourselves a working cocoa bean farm, which is absolutely brilliant. So now I'm just in the process of gathering up some sandstone so that we can decorate the entire place. And with these final few blocks, this should be everything completed. So that is all of the glass on the top right there. Then we have got all of the sandstone down at the bottom. I've also done a tiny bit of lighting down there as well, because things were looking very dark indeed. We have the button that activates the entire thing. The cocoa bean farm is done. It's fully completed. We managed to do all of that within a very small space of time indeed, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm chuffed a bit. And that means that this place right here, the industrial district, the main centerpiece, I guess you could say, of my base area, with tons of different farms of varying sizes, shapes and styles, has been completed. Or at least for the time being. As far as I can tell, it has been completed. I can't think of anything else that I want to add into the industrial district at this point in time. So this thing is done. That's amazing. Absolutely incredible. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. But anyway, we're going to be moving on from all of this, because we're actually going to be doing some more work in the industrial district. We need to get ourselves some mending books for Mr. Iskall. And instead of doing AFK fishing, because that's getting a little bit boring, we're actually going to do a little bit of villager trading. So today we're going to be doing another super fast time-lapse chat, because I've been reading through all of your comments and I've asked you this a couple times. Apparently you guys seem to really enjoy time-lapses and you really enjoyed chats, but this time-lapse is a little bit shorter than the other ones because not quite as much is going on. But in today's time-lapse chat, I just want to say thank you ever so much for the huge amount of support you guys have shown me on my channel during January. January has been an incredible month for the YouTube channel and a brilliant start to 2017. This month we have gained over 50,000 subscribers and got over 13 million views in 1 month, which is awesome. That seriously is really awesome. And to put it into perspective, this time last year I think I only gained about 25,000 subscribers and probably around about 6 or 7 million views if I do remember correctly. So that is a 100% increase in the numbers. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Thank you ever so much. Let's get back onto the Hermitcraft server. Seriously, I seem to get the most massive lag spikes as I travel down into this area. But anyway, we are now going to pop down into Iskal's base. I think I'm going to fly into this section right here, which, yeah, that's good enough. And we will place the chest, I guess, in this sort of zone. This seems like a pretty good spot to me. So the chest can go right there, and we can say mending books. There we go. And we actually have, yeah, a full, almost full, that's really frustrating. We have an almost full single chest of just mending books. Actually, I read the comments on my previous video. I think I've got another mending book in my storage system. We'll put it in there because that's driving me mad. Now, apparently I said that we didn't have any mending books while I was looking at a mending book, which definitely sounds like something I would do. And I am trying my best to look for it. Apparently it had 3 enchantments on it. I must admit though, I am not seeing it. Are you sure it wasn't on a fishing rod? Right, that's it. I'm never reading my comments again. I've been looking through this just a bunch of times. I've gone through every single book and I'm yet to find the mysterious mending book. So I think you guys were telling porkies, to be honest with you, because it doesn't seem to exist. But anyway, aside from that sort of thing, the final thing that I want to do in today's episode of Hermitcraft is I want to do the flight course. Now, it turns out, and this is something that I totally hadn't realised, is you are meant to go through this tunnel right here. So you go through the tunnel and then you pop up to the top and you land on top of the checkered flags. Now, in my defense, okay, in my defense right here, there isn't actually a ring in this tunnel here. I thought there was a ring in there, and that's why you guys were saying that I've missed the final section. That there is the last ring, so in theory, I should be able to decide which way that I go. And generally, I go over the top of the hill, which does seem to be quite a fast way of doing things. But I've been reading through your comments. Some of you are very, very angry about this sort of thing. So I thought that I would try my best to beat Cubfan's time using the tunnel in the course right here. So I'm going to head up to the top. I'm going to get myself prepared mentally and physically. And then let's get down to business. So these are the current times that are in the book. And I am still the fastest at 44.95 seconds. So, let's get ready. I'm going to crack my fingers. Oh, right. I'm going to move my pillows a little bit so that I have full range of motion on my mouse. And let's do this. Right, jumping off the edge, we are enabling fireworks. Now, I can't actually remember where this thing goes. Oh, that was close. Okay, not the best start, but we're actually not doing that badly. So let's just fly up here. That is a massive mini game there by Tango Tech. That's the Rooster Booster. But I am getting distracted. Let's try and be as smooth as possible with my mouse movements. Now, although it wasn't necessarily the best start in the world, I feel like we are doing pretty well. And we could put down a fairly competitive time right here. That was very good. That was extremely good. Right, last few here. Now, I have to say, I am a little bit scared to do the tunnel because it's right there! No! Oh, I probably should have practiced that before I did it. Let's have another go. Now, if you're interested in that one, we managed to do it in about 49 seconds, which actually isn't that bad. But we are now going to switch over to the full stack of fireworks, and let's see if we can do this better this time. Right, so we got ourselves a pretty decent launch just then. Okay, yeah, much better, much better, much better. We are maintaining motion. I caught the edge then, which could have caused a bit of an issue, but I don't think it will. And let's just try our best to be really smooth with the movements that we're doing. Alright, okay, things are going pretty well here. We are staying straight. I caught the edge again. I seem to be very good at doing that. It doesn't feel like I'm flying that fast, to be honest with you. Now, the last bit really is the tricky section. This is where it's really going to test me. So let's see if we can do the tunnel properly. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that was a good one. That was a pretty good run. I'm going to throw it through into my editing software, and we will see how fast I manage to do it. And if the tunnel method is faster than the above method. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So, I managed to do it, hang on, in 44 seconds and 56 frames, which we're recording at 60 frames a second. So really in the top end there of the frames, but right in the top end of the 44 seconds, but that is within 44 seconds, which is brilliant, which actually works out at 44 seconds and 933.3 milliseconds, which means that I've actually beaten my previous time. Yes, we have managed to do it, and I feel like we could do it faster, potentially. But for the time being, that is going to be my one. So we're going to go Mumbo Best. And that is going to be 44.93. 3. Perfect. There it is. We have managed to put down an awesome time on the Elite Flight course, and this time we did it legitimately using the tunnel. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That rounds up today's episode on the Hermitcraft server. If you did enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.